Okay, and we live. Y'all now tuning in to a new episode of Off the Bench Podcast. If y'all new tuning in, y'all already know what to do. Go ahead, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead, follow us on all social media platforms. Follow us on Instagram at We Off the Bench. Also follow us on TikTok at We Off the Bench. And you can also subscribe to us on YouTube with the same handle, of course. Uh, Today we got a lot of things to talk about. As you know, last time we recorded, I think we recorded when the Boston and Heat series was 3 games in. Now we finally got a winner. We're gonna go ahead, kick it off, and start with that series right there. Give a little recap on that. Your initial thoughts and reactions, and how you feel. How you
You
feel
go
about that
first.
series?
You go first. I got a lot to say about Celtics, so you gonna bear with me.
Uh,
Go first.
well, to start off, I think the Celtics. I kind of knew that they was already one going in once I said that in the last video that we recorded. Once I seen the Celtics go down 0-3, I kind of knew it was wraps for them because I just didn't feel like, even though they did make it a game, somewhat to make it a series, I still feel like they ain't have enough to get over the hump to win 4 straight games against this Miami Heat team after they done lost 3 straight. It was no way that you would be able to convince me that the Celtics would be able to come back and win that. Uh, the Celtics play style. They run the shell drill offense. They just swing it around the perimeter. And wherever can, can get the close out on the perimeter, they're gonna beat their man and just kick it to the wing and shoot a three. You know what I'm saying? That's basically the Boston Celtics offense from last year to this year. And the biggest difference from last year to this year was the defense. Joe Mazzulla, he came in and put his imprint on the system and kind of went way more offensive oriented. And Ime, he was more defensive oriented. That's why you kind of seen Derek White was in that starting lineup, which I feel like he should have made the proper adjustment. And starting Rod Will and Al. Really, Al need to be, this summer they don't need to pick Al back up or bring him back.
His contract's still up, ain't it? He still got a contract.
Well, waive him or trade him, do whatever. I just feel like Al what 30, 36, 37,
Mm-hmm.
38 years old. You know what I'm saying? And for him to be like one of your primary bigs, because like when they be going small ball five, Al is a small ball five. He be playing more minutes than Rob,
Mm-hmm.
which is unacceptable because Rob is more athletic. You know what I'm saying? He more of a lob threat, a rim, put pressure on the rim. You know what I'm saying? He can cover up holes on the defensive end. But I don't know, man. The Celtics very disappointed in them. Jalen Brown had a horrible series, horrible, horrible, horrible. And I think I said this in the last video too, or in the previous videos that we recorded. Jalen Brown this offseason, he got to work on his playmaking. Got to work on his playmaking. Got to work on his handle. I got some stats right here. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Brown.
You ain't gotta tell me. I already know all them bitches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jalen Brown in the conference finals in the 7 games against the Heat, you know what I'm saying? He had 68 assists with 66 turnovers. Yes, I said that correctly. 68 assists to 66 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? As that being your number 2 option and sometimes your number 1 option, especially with Jason Tatum being hobbled a little bit in that last game, you need more from Jalen Brown. You know what I'm saying? He shot 16% from the 3-point line. That's piss poor. You know what I'm saying? I seen him in the gym last summer with Tracy McGrady working on all these pivots, post work, and all these footwork moves for him to just go out here and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I think Joe Mazzulla, he should try to change the system up a little bit because the system that they're running right now is so kiddie. It's like a high school, middle school type of system. You just drive and kick. You know what I'm saying? Just launch up threes. They got 77 threes in 2 games, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You almost shoot 100 threes in 2 games, especially in the playoff setting, knowing that you're on the verge of elimination. Elimination, a team that's on the verge of getting eliminated, come out and shoot 77 threes in 2 games that they know it's a must win. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of shocking to me. For the Heat, man, kudos to Heat, man. Spo, you been doing your stuff all all playoffs long. Jimmy, you've been doing your stuff all playoffs long. Caleb Martin. Y'all been hearing me talk about Caleb Martin ever since when they were playing the Buck in that Buck series when I kept bringing his name up. Caleb Martin, I ain't gonna lie. He got a fan out of me. I ain't gonna lie. Regardless of how these finals go and how he play, just know Caleb Martin, you made a lifetime fan out of me. You know, cause Shorty was out there hooping. He came down there. He hit Al with a snatch, stop, pivot, pump fake, curl, turn around. Then he hit Derek White with a rip through, bounce off spin move. I was like, yeah. You know, he on one right now. You know, he on one for real, for real. And he was like the main reason why they won. And I was giving Max Drew some props too. And I ain't gonna lie, game 6, that nigga kind of made me mad because that nigga was down there point shaving. That's he the reason why Derek White had got that putback. I was kind of mad at Struz. You know what I'm saying? Y'all lucky y'all won this series because that would have took money out your pocket this summer. But that's all I really got to say right now. Just how you feel?
Man, I got a lot to say about the Celtics, so y'all just get ready. I was watching Game 6. When the Celtics went down 0-3, I knew that they wasn't gonna lose in 4 or 5. At max, I thought they would lose in 6 maybe. They won the game in 6. I always said throw the Heat in 7. That never wavered. What I thought. What I saw from the Celtics though, I mean, this just the same old Celtics team. They played the exact same. I feel like even last year they played the exact same, and it was just magnified when they got to the finals. All they gonna do is just jack up threes. They not gonna attack the paint. They just gonna keep shooting threes. And when in a game like Game 7, Tatum he gets hurt in the first 10 seconds of the game. Can't really put too much blame on him. His ankle was definitely fucked up. He still tried to go out there and play. That's when you look at number 7, the dude who's supposed to be getting a supermax contract from you in a few years, and tell him, all right, we just need one game out of you to go to the NBA Finals. Jason kind of bummed up. Maybe he can be back healthy by the finals time, but we just need you today. And this nigga Jaylen Brown took everything in his will to lose them that damn game. Jaylen Brown, eight turnovers in Game 7. Jaylen Brown shot the ball 23 times. Tatum shot at 13. He had the second most field goal attempts with 13. Jaylen Brown shot the most by far with 23 shots and only made 8 of them. Shot 9 3-pointers and only made 1. Jaylen Brown, I was looking at him the whole Game 7. I was just like, this nigga's a fraud only because he's about to get a crazy bag. The Celtics in 6 years, once the last year of his contract, Jaylen Brown could get $66 million. $66 million. I can't even name an NBA player right now with all the great players we got in this league that's getting $66 million ever in their contract in 1 year. And that's the type of money the Celtics are going to have to pay Jaylen Brown if they want to keep this duo or this core with Smart, Tatum, and Brown together. And I just feel like with the defense, Marcus Smart, I feel like the players, a lot of it, yes, is coaching, but I think 98% of it is that all the players from, again, I'll leave Jason Tatum out just because he got hurt. He can't really do much. And I'll even keep Derek White in there. Him and Tatum, they getting the passes. They getting passes from me. 3 down from Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Al Horford, Grant Williams, Malcolm Brogdon was a no-show in the last few games. All these guys last year were like key guys for him last year. And these niggas didn't do nothing. Marcus Smart was the DPOY winner.
That was fake,
last year. Fake or not, he still got it on his resume. He got it. In this man, bro, Marcus Smart couldn't stop a damn parked car. I was watching Game 6 with some of my friends, lifelong Celtics fan, and he think Marcus Smart is a Celtics for lifer. And I find it hard to believe when you got Derek White on your team who does exactly what Marcus Smart does, if not better. Everything on the court. He defends better. We've seen that this year. Derek White has been a way improved more defender than he was last season. A better shooter, a better scorer. And I just think the way Derek White plays basketball coming from the Spurs, he gives the Celtics what they need more so than Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is that veteran over there in the Celtics organization just because the two best players, you know, they still young. Marcus Smart been there, I think, 3 years longer than Jaylen Brown. and Jaylen Brown been there a year longer than Tatum. So Marcus Smart been around the organization longer than anybody in that locker room. So he's kind of like the alpha, and he's the only person really over there with some like dog in him. Everybody else, Tatum, he's lackluster sometimes. Jaylen Brown, he just I don't know. The way the Celtics play basketball, I always compare it to like a dude on 2K. They just gonna screen, they gonna ball screen, they gonna if the team switch it, all right, they gonna try to get around them, but they not trying to get around the dude to look to score. Nuh-uh. They just trying to collapse the defense just a little bit, just so they can kick it out. They can have a layup. They gonna kick it out. Al Horford shot, or you gonna pass it to Marcus Smart shot, or you gonna one more to Jaylen Brown
2018
shot,
Rockets.
and that's exactly what they look like. Jaylen Brown, I'm not done with you. You made Duncan Robinson look great last night defensively. Duncan Robinson had 2 steals and a block on you last night. I don't know when the last time Duncan Robinson ever had stats like that. He's not even a shooter no more. He wasn't even making threes. He was locking you up while you was supposed to be doing what you better at him then. You're an offensive guy. Duncan Robinson, an offensive guy. No defensive capabilities whatsoever.
Correction, he's a 3-point specialist, not an offensive guy.
That's offense. 3-point shooting is offense. When you think of Duncan Robinson, you're gonna think of shooting. That's offense. You're gonna think of
just that. That's it.
But that's offense. That's offense. He ain't got no defense attributes that you ever would have said of Duncan Robinson. And the way that he was playing last night, he really earned my respect back coming from a dude who got a big contract. He couldn't play, and now he finally back in the rotation. He actually being serviceable for Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, like you said, Caleb Martin, he definitely made him some money. And I can't believe that this dude got cut by the Hornets, but he stuck with it. He stuck with the grind. He got a perfect opportunity to play in Miami where they thrive and they love the undrafted, the underdog guys because they know if they got some talent and some hard work, they can develop them into whatever they need to become and whatever the situation comes at. And I think the Celtics, even with Tatum being hobbled, I think that their team, one through whatever, is still a better team than the Miami Heat. Because when you look at the Miami Heat, their second best player is Bam. Didn't do shit, really went on shit, but they still was in control of all. Like even in the game they lost, they was in control of that game. Like they should have won Game 6, should have been over. But Derek White, hats off to him on the tip back. But Game 7, Jimmy said, we gonna win this game, and they definitely came out there and they put their foot on their necks. The Celtics, they sent the Celtics home at home, and now they getting ready to play the Denver Nuggets. If I'm the Celtics though, like they got a lot of decisions to make this offseason. I know they bringing back Joe, but should they bring back Jaylen Brown? Should they, bring back Malcolm Brogdon because his contract it's not gonna be the same for long. They're gonna have to pay him more money. Grant Williams, are they gonna let him go? Al Horford, when are they gonna let him go? Marcus Smart. They got a lot of decisions to make because I think this is the best we'll see the Celtics team get. I think they reached their potential together as a collective, and I think that's not bad because they went to the NBA Finals. They went to numerous Eastern Conference Finals, which not bad. They just like the Rock. They are just like the Rockets. The Rockets were a good team, but they had a ceiling. They ceiling was inevitably always losing to the Warriors, which is them. They always lose to the Heat, and the Heat got their number. The Heat are not better than them, but they just play with more. They just get up. They just play with a little bit more force and like competitive will to win than the Celtics does. And I just think there was a great series though. One of the best series we done got. Could have seen history. We still got history. The first eighth seed, the first playing team to make it to the finals. One of the first eighth seed to make it to the finals.
You're second in NBA history.
And they still writing history there. They still writing on their history. Do you think Jimmy Butler deserves Eastern Conference MVP?
Of course, I don't even know why that's even a question.
Because
even though Caleb Martin was hooping, but if Caleb Martin was in Jimmy's shoes and it was vice versa, they wouldn't need. It would probably be 5-1 Boston.
Probably definitely would have.
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen people say that.
Yeah, so that Caleb Martin just played. You know what I'm saying? Above his means. Because if everybody expected Jimmy to do what Jimmy did, Nobody expected Caleb Martin to do what he did. So for that alone, for somebody to say like he deserved that MVP trophy, like nah, I just feel like he just did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? We always talking about some if they NBA player, they supposed to make wide open shots. That's all Caleb Martin did. Make wide open shots.
Man, I don't know. This nigga was making some shit that
Nah, that was
I
just finna say he was making some shit off the dribble too.
this
That's what I'm
nigga
saying.
Caleb.
When he fucked Al up on one possession and he hit Derek White with a then he hit like a Grant Williams Jimmy had came baseline through it and he had hit like a sidestep three.
Man,
I was like, yeah, this nigga on one. I
that
ain't
three
gonna
he
lie.
made, in transition, in the second half, he like pulled up and shot right in the middle of like the 3-point, like right in the center. He pulled up and that sent the Heat up like 14. I said, damn, this nigga Caleb Martin finna go for like 40 points in this elimination game.
That nigga pulled a Grant Williams in Game 7 last year against the Bucks.
It's always like that though. It's always like that. You couldn't have paid me enough money to think that Caleb Martin was finna be out here scoring 30, close to 30 points in the NBA Game 7.
You couldn't pay me enough money to say that Derek White and Caleb Martin was gonna be the ones going at it. Those the two niggas that was going at it.
And that's why I'm on Jaylen Brown ass some more. Because the Celtics offense
was going through Derek White.
The game plan was Derek, because he's the only one who was getting downhill and getting to the free throw line. It was fucking terrible to watch. It was horrible. I had to stop watching it for a few minutes just because it was bad. It was just bad. Seeing Derek White just go, not one-on-one, but forcefully trying to get his own shots up.
He don't have moves.
And it just foul. And I'm like, bro, that's not a foul. These niggas just bailing him out. But shit, he was trying to get off. He was trying to do, but he was playing well above his means. So, because you got two superstars on your squad who's supposed to be doing that.
I just feel Tatum. I'm very disappointed for the fact that for him to be like a Kobe type of who somebody he looked up to Kobe, right? You know what I'm saying? And for Kobe game to be like as polished and being a 3-level scorer, and for Tatum to have all those same type of tools and abilities and capabilities to go and do the same things, you know what I'm saying, with the size frame he got, the strength, he can have that in between game. I just feel like that's where he make it hard on himself because everything got to be either downhill or it got to be a three. You know what I'm saying? Because he sit on the perimeter and, you know what I'm saying, want to look cute all day, which is instead of, like Joe Mazzulla, that's why I say like change his system up a little bit. Because I feel like in certain games where they wouldn't have to live and die by the three, he could have put sets where you can get Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum, you know what I'm saying, catch the ball where they can play off the catch, where they can play like in the 3 to 4 dribble limit. You know what I'm saying? Where they can play at the elbow, where they can play at the wing in they sweet spots. You know what I'm saying? Where they can see the double team coming instead of having to dribble the ball from the time you get it from out of bounds and go all the way full court with it. Then gonna have to break your man down, exhausting more energy. Then somebody in the double coming, then pass.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Celtics, like Al. That's why Al gotta go, cause all that injury really happened because of Al. That nigga had a wide open layup and passed it out, and that resulted into ultimately Tatum turning his ankle.
I feel what you're saying. I just feel like no coach been able, because that's always been Tatum though. Like
no, because you remember in 2020, like he.
I was just gonna say the only one coach I only seen him get that out of him was Brad Stevens. He's the only one. He ever before or after, nobody's ever just got Tatum to where like, because I remember rookie, sophomore, early Tatum playing against the Cavs and LeBron. He was more so of a mid range. He was more so like that. But that's when I can give, you know what I'm saying, credit where credit is due. Brad Stevens, he was a great coach for the Celtics, and that when Tatum was young, like rookie, sophomore year. So, nigga, listen to what I'm telling you. If I tell you you 16, you gonna play in the mid range area, nigga, you gonna play there. Now you get older, this gonna have to be your team. You gonna have to start taking, you know what I'm saying, matters in your own hands. That we see now. Brad, not the coach, he's still like a voice. Obviously, he's the voice of that organization. But like the voice is Tatum been hearing every day in practice or in games has been Joe Mazzulla and Ime. And I just feel like, not saying that they just let him do what he wants to do, but that is still their like best franchise player, and like they probably fall victim of it too when it goes in. Shit, Tatum,
He look
Tatum,
good.
yeah,
You know what
he
I'm
look
saying?
like top five.
He out there doing this. You know, that's not the Celtics are
Front runners, yes,
Front runners.
yeah. Somebody said that on the broadcast, and I couldn't agree with it more. I forgot. I think it was the Van Gundy. Van Gundy. He said something like the Celtics are not a good team when they because they were losing by like 10, 15 in the fourth. He said the Celtics, they're not a good team when coming back, but they're a great team when they have a
You know what I'm
lead
saying?
and
They
they
front
playing.
runners because like once again Marcus Smart he gonna have to leave because you know what I'm saying. This like 2-3 years in a row where you've seen that they need a point guard.
Yeah,
Because like turnovers just stay Achilles heel. Like I said, you got your second best player throughout that whole in 7 games give you 66 turnovers. That's wow.
that's
Actually,
2 years
like
in a row we saw that.
you know what I'm saying, like in 7 games you getting 66 turnovers. That's wild. Cause you need to go in the gym and strictly work on ball handling. And you know what I'm saying, and playmaking. Cause your decision making is terrible. If somebody throw an extra body at Jaylen Brown, boy, his ass gonna turn into the Mr. Krabs meme.
Not
Boy,
even that. If you just make him go left
I
1
was
second,
just like
that
left.
bitch is getting lost. Taylor Martin just swiped at it. Didn't even touch the ball. Just swiped at it on the cross. And he just landed in Duncan Robinson lap. And then Jimmy just back tapping it, just continuously just gonna keep letting them just every time you get around you, you know you
Do not
finna
like
get stolen.
Jaylen Brown game because it's the same thing. It's gonna be a 1-2 cross from right to left, pull up. You're gonna come down right hand, pull up. Full speed all the way right. More of the story, everything is going right unless you're doing that right to left cross. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And that shit's so predictable. You know what I'm saying? They got to change that. And to back on Tatum, even though we is kind of all over the place, but
Yeah,
yeah, just too much to say.
Hell
Because,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
They went out too sad. That's a terrible way to go out.
Terrible way to go out.
That's terrible.
But Tatum, even 2020 when we say he had the face-up game and you working more in the mid-range and the post and all that, that's kind of when people were saying he was shooting a lot of bad shots though.
That's Kobe.
Yeah, but I just think Tatum need to find a balance because the Celtics don't have a balanced attack. You know what I'm saying? Like the Heat, I feel like that's what the Heat what was the Celtics was the superior team. But they approach and they balance to their attack wasn't not winnable to be somebody like the Heat who got a more balanced attack. They was beating them from the three, beating them in transition. They was Caleb Martin, Jimmy. They was getting in the in between game, shooting pull ups. Kyle Lowry was shooting pull ups. You know what I'm saying? Bam, was killing, even though he didn't do shit last game. Bam, I'm on your ass, boy. I'm not gonna let you slide ever, 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 ever.
No, I'm not either. Bam, no, I ain't gonna say all that, Bam. But Bam, you are severely pathetic. Oh my gosh, if Jaylen Brown didn't fucking play how he played, Bam, I would be on your ass right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Bam, these last 2 games, you ain't do shit to help them win this damn series. The last 2 games, last game you shot what, 4 for 16, game 6, shit. You lost at home, game 6 off the Derrick White. You're some shit. You came back this game 7. You started off the game, the whole first half, 1 of 4. What the fuck are you out? What are you doing out there, Bam? You're right there going against Al Horford. I understand Al Horford kind of strong. He got old man strength. Bam. If you don't do a post fade on that nigga or something, if you don't use your quickness, get around Al Horford, bro, you got Caleb Martin. No disrespect to Caleb Martin because he did open my eyes a lot. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Martin should not be the secondary guy when Jimmy Butler is passing the ball and deflecting somebody else.
Shit, after this playoff run here, even when Tyler come back, you the second option.
Shit, I don't know about that.
Goddamn me.
That's a good point though, because Tyler
supposed to be
he can't come back, and that's crazy because when that shit got reported, everybody thought they were gonna lose first round. When they said he could come back for the finals, and everybody was just like, "Well, his season over with." Even me, I like, "Well, shit, this nigga season over with. He ain't coming back. He can finally come back." And man, it's crazy. He didn't even need that nigga to beat the Celtics. They didn't even need him, and it's even more crazy that I just remember last year. Tyler didn't play
either.
Last year in Game 7. Yeah. That's so crazy to me. The Celtics. I don't know if the Heat. I mean, it is a rivalry.
I was just gonna say, like I said, the Heat got a more balanced, attack to them. So it's harder for them to. It's harder for the Celtics to go and stop that game plan because instead of like the Heat, like Spo, the best coach in basketball, and to come out here and just know what y'all finna do, possession in, possession out, game in, game out, that's gonna be problematic. You know what I'm saying? When Spo was wired up, he steady saying they only beating us because they hitting threes. They hitting threes. That's how they beating us. He knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he knew it wasn't gonna last. Jimmy knew it wasn't gonna last. But also, like, last thing before I get off this topic with Caleb Martin, I would listen like to the after TNT after show with Chuck and all of them, and Chuck he was talking to Kenny, and he was saying the same thing that I be saying. He was like, a coach can't give you confidence, but he can take away your confidence. And he was saying like how Jimmy and Eric Spoelstra was giving Caleb Martin confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, you know what I'm saying? Jimmy was giving him confidence and shit.
Like, I think a coach can give you confidence. I just don't think it's often. I just think it's literally like rare cases where a coach just. I think Mike Malone. I think Spo. I think Steve. I think it's only a few. It's like a handful of coaches that just give their players and all their players confidence. Because for Spo to trust Caleb Martin, Spo been in this league coaching hella years. So is Pat Riley. They've been through some shit, and for him to let Caleb Martin get off like how he was getting off, and just keep letting them shoot the shots he was taking.
Shit, they were going in.
I know, but I'm talking about like
if he was missing, Spo would definitely have been on his ass. If they were going in, you can't say nothing.
I don't think
keep shooting.
I don't think he would have been on his ass because Strus wasn't doing shit, and Strus was still playing.
Yeah, but he wasn't shooting. He wasn't even doing his job. That's what I'm saying.
No, he was shooting them bitches.
That nigga was point shaving.
He shot one shot. I was just like, all right, cuz, get him out of there. Put Duncan back in. He had Marcus Smart on him. He tried to get a foul for a three. Hit none but the backboard. I said, damn, Max Strus, you supposed to get you some money this offseason.
That's what I'm saying. He's supposed to be getting him some money. That nigga, I seen, boy, all I'm saying, you was lucky y'all won the series because I ain't gonna lie, that nigga would have been about 5, 7, 10 million short this summer.
Probably still is.
Yeah, but I'm saying, if you don't get it together this next series, next round. But
I got one more. But I was gonna say, I feel like this, like, because the Heat obviously not a better team than the Celtics, but just to piggyback off what you were saying, the Spo know this team and all that. I just think it's more so that this is like a national monumental rivalry in basketball. You get up when the Celtics and the Heat play each other, they're gonna get up and play each other, especially if it's a chance to go to the NBA Finals, knowing what the history of both of those franchises. The Celtics, they had damn near every like championship winner in attendance last night. Paul Pierce was in that bitch. Ray Allen, Rondo, Shaq, KG, all them niggas was in there. They had all these guys there, and it's not because like it's just a game 7 going to the finals, bro. You playing against the Heat. All those guys just named played against the Heat in these same situations. They trying to see the new generation do what they did. You know, get over that hump. I know it's hard. I remember when the Heat had LeBron and D Wade, they was a way better team than the Celtics. But the Celtics weren't just going away. They were still giving them all they could handle. I just feel like when you got two teams that's perimeter, like just top end, just great, all across the board, it's gonna make for great 7-game series. And that conference finals, the East Conference Finals was probably the best series and probably the best series we had this playoff. I'm not gonna lie. Because start off 0-3, then win 3, and the third one he won.
I always said that another reason why I knew that the Celtics weren't gonna be able to pull off 4 straight because those 3 games that they won, boy, they was you know how much energy they had to exert to do all that. Like,
it's crazy. They could have won though.
Could have won what?
They could have won 4 straight. I just think if Tatum got hurt 10 seconds into the game, he couldn't do shit.
That's what happens though.
I understand that, but nobody was saying shit. The Heat gonna blow him out because Tatum gonna get hurt.
I just knew they weren't gonna win.
I mean, yeah, you can say. I feel like it was. Oh, you thought they were gonna get swept. Yeah. Tatum was he was a good ankle away from sending Jimmy back to Miami.
We don't know that.
Hey, Tatum in elimination games, he different. He had 50 against old Philadelphia just a round ago in the game 7 doing this. Just doing what you mean, bro? Man, the front, bruh, at home, that crap. Come on now, you ain't see it.
Mm-mm.
I got faith in y'all, but I had faith in y'all a little bit, Boston. Still had the Heat winning. I'm just saying, I wouldn't have been too shocked if y'all would have won. Tatum, gotta get that ankle checked out, bro. Got to.
But but yeah, congratulations to the Miami Heat for advancing to the finals and finally meeting up with the Denver Nuggets. I feel like the Denver Nuggets been done with their series for forever. You know what I'm saying? They just been patiently waiting, seeing their opponent. And you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, just watching these playoffs and just giving like a preview as we finna get into. I think the Heat will be a good matchup for the Denver Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? How they can play them defensively. Uh, Different bodies they can not throw at Yoke. I ain't Yoke gonna be Yoke, but I'm saying like his teammates. I feel like you said, if you could take away Yoke pass and you know what I'm saying, just make him into a scorer and take his teammates out the game, that's probably what's gonna be like Spo mindset and game plan going into this series. Cause I just think Miami Heat defense and the personnel they got, like you could throw Jimmy on Jamal, you can put C Martin on them, you can put Struz on them. And Gabe Vincent, another name. You know what I'm saying? He a person who definitely been stepping up, playing above his means. Definitely somebody who gonna get paid this summer. A good showing that he can be a good quality starting point guard in his league. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely made me a believer as well. But yeah, for people just saying that this is gonna be a boring finals, you just need to go back and watch basketball. Or what type of basketball do you enjoy? Because for you to say something like that, in the 2 games that Jokic had played Bam in the Heat this year, he only averaging 23 points a game, 12 rebounds and 10 assists, which is, you know what I'm saying, decent numbers, but 23 points, that's good. You can live with that and then try to pull down those assists a little bit. Like I said, you can try to contain Murray more. Don't let him average 32, 33 points like he did in the Lakers series. You got bodies who can that you can put on Porter. My only concern is that when Bam get in foul trouble, then what? You know what I'm saying? But before we get into all my predictions, I'm gonna stick with them, man. I'm gonna say the Heat win in 7 games. They become champions. Jimmy get his first one, and Jimmy go off into the sunset. Man, that's how I see this season playing out, man. Because the last couple years, last time I can remember, in the finals, it's always flip flop from east to west, even though it's east to west every year. But I'm saying the winner, it never just been like unless it's the same team like a back to back or a three-peat. You never see the same conference team win in consecutive years. It's always been flip flop. So last year the Warriors won. And that's Western Conference. So I feel good about the Heat in 7. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm off the train that I'm off the Heat train. Not off it. I said I couldn't bet against them again. No more. Shit, I can't bet with y'all this time. I got the Nuggets in 6. Uh, I think all that with Bam, like, and Nikola Jokic just killed the Lakers, who had the best defense in the NBA since the trade. Since they got this team, they went into the playoffs with. They had the best defense in the rest of the season and in the postseason. And he made Anthony Davis not even look like he was a top defender that we know AD is. Man, I thought that was gonna be the biggest thing to watch is Yoke versus AD because I thought the AD would be able to get the better of Yoke most of those nights. And Jokic, they only played 4 fucking times, and Jokic played better than them all 4 times. And I feel like Bam will have his handful, and I just feel like this series is just gonna come down to which star is gonna be the best, like kind of how they kept saying in this series, uh, Jimmy and Tatum. And we see how that planned out because one star was just better than the other. And I feel like that's how a lot of these playoff series just go. Your best player just have to be the best player to give your chance give yourself a great chance of winning. And Nikola Jokic, the Denver Nuggets, they've been chilling. They've been well rested for like bro, they ain't played basketball in so long, but I know they still been, game planning, scheming. They probably already got a few different, schemes and different looks they want to give to the Miami Heat. Probably already saying, well, shit, we're gonna have to play these guys. One of these two teams we're gonna have to play. So let's just, get a game plan on them. We had 7 extra days to game plan on them. They got one day to like just game plan, rest, and come play us in our home court. And Jokic,
Well, 2 days, today
uh,
and tomorrow.
yeah, today and tomorrow, yeah, 2 days. And I just feel like that's not gonna be enough time to game plan against a Nikola Jokic led Denver Nuggets team. Bam,
They probably been spoken, probably game plan this whole time. They say Jimmy said he swore up and down. They knew they was gonna win.
that's what you're supposed to say. That's what you're supposed to say. I know you ain't gonna go out there and say we're gonna lose, especially not Jimmy. They probably want game planning because shit, it was 3-3 and one game left. Like I hope you want game planning for the next round.
Man, they said them niggas already had booked their
Book their flights.
flights.
I know, yeah. But again, I just hope that you wasn't your game plan wasn't worried about the Nuggets yet. I know that I know Spo gonna have some adjustments. That's why I say he's gonna go 6 because I know the Heat are gonna have those games where they are looking good, where shots are falling. The defense on the perimeter is great. The defense on the interior, they rebounding great. Like I said, the shots is falling. But I just feel like overall in the 7 game series, I just feel like the Denver Nuggets, they are a better team, but the Heat never been a better team against nobody they played.
Mm-hmm.
They've been giant slayers this whole time. But I just think I don't know. I just got my faith in the Nuggets. I love how they've been playing. I love how they've been handling business. They always got done with their series faster than their opponent. And I just feel like that gives them that edge of we know what they're doing because we're watching them play every day. We're done playing, we watching them. We can go practice and then we can, scheme against what they do, scheme against what we seeing to help ourselves have a better chance of winning. And I love the matchups that's gonna go on. I love the Caleb Martin, Michael Porter Jr. I think that's gonna be a big matchup that people not gonna really talk about because Caleb Martin is that guy who we just seen in this series step up big time offensively when they need it. Michael Porter, he's definitely that guy because I feel like Jimmy. Yeah, I feel like Spo ain't gonna be. Yeah, Spo gonna be smart enough to put Jimmy on Jamal, and feel like Jamal gonna have a long ass day, long ass week.
Might not start on him, but he
He
definitely
gonna have him
yeah,
on. Yeah,
heavy dosage.
that's what I'm saying. He probably gonna start off on Aaron Gordon just to
I was
like
just gonna say probably Gabe Vincent will start off on Jamal.
yeah, but I don't. His ankle fucking up. He can't really move like that.
You seen when Jimmy was like, they asked him, "Do you want to hold the trophy?" He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna hold the
Yeah, I
next
saw
one."
that cocky ass nigga.
And
But
he said that because he said once he won a ring, he said because he want to retire. He want to go full to that little coffee stuff business he got. He said he want to do that, but before he retired, he said he want to win a ring first and foremost. Then right after that, immediately after that, he want to start taking his coffee business like full fledged. I had seen that video like on TikTok earlier today. It was like they were asking him what's his long term goals, like his uh the long game and shit. He was like, first and foremost, he want to win the championship. But he said immediately after that, you want to start getting into his coffee business, open up some shops so he can actually work inside. You know what I'm saying, inside the stores because he loves coffee so much. You know what I'm saying, just help people get jobs. And he said you want to go across the country and help them with their coffee because their coffee, I don't know. He said something because he really loved coffee, and I guess he knew what he was talking about, but I don't know nothing about coffee, so I don't know.
I don't either. That is dope. Shout out to Big Face. But yeah, I think the Michael Porter Jr. and the Caleb Martin, that matchup gonna be big. Obviously, not Jimmy. Well, yeah, Jimmy and Jokic, that's gonna be huge. And I just feel like if you can get something from Bam
Mm-hmm.
that's a positive, feel like Spo feel like Spo can really cook up with a little something. Again, I still got the Nuggets winning. I'm
And
not saying
what?
I got the Heat, but I just if Bam can be not a Bam just was a shell of himself this whole last series. Like he was like Bam can be way better than what he showed us. And I know he can be. We seen him do it in the playoffs, in the finals, where he going against the Lakers, and he came back after I think 2 games, and he had like a 25-point double double. And it's just those are the things you want to see from Bam Adebayo. If he gonna give you what he just gave you against the Celtics, Al Horford and Rob Will, that shit not gonna cut it at all.
I don't know if he was gonna give you that because I say part of that reason why he played like that because the Celtics they got 2 footers down there and one is a elite rim protector. Why, which is why I say like the scheme and what Spoke can put into like his game plan. I think that he can attack the basket way more, have way more opportunities to attack the basket than they did in that Boston series. Because with Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, really not much rim protection going on. So I feel like that would be they that's what they're gonna be trying to exploit. You
But
know what
that's
I'm
what
saying?
everybody been trying to exploit.
It,
Everybody, literally, Anthony Edwards was literally just trying to get
that's a
downhill.
one man show though.
Who else? Who else on the Heat just going besides Jimmy Butler just gonna
Then
get
that's what I'm
downhill?
saying. Bam can that would create opening. That's why I say he because he'll have Al Horford on him, then have the free safety be Rod Will. Where if he get past Al, you're gonna have to do some type of acrobat because he's gonna be scared of Rob.
I think Jokic is a decent enough defender to hold Bam though in check because he was guarding AD. Like he wasn't nobody. Yeah, he was guarding AD, and AD wasn't on shit. Jokic was holding him. He wasn't holding nope. He was holding AD, and AD is a way better offensive player, downhill shooting, face up, post up, anything type player on offense.
When he consistent, which I could say the same thing about Bam. But I
That's
just say I don't know. We'll just have to see. I think that would be a good game plan. Because that would then that's gonna open the floor up even more how they was in this series, where Caleb Mark can start shooting threes, Strus can start shooting threes. That's the a previous team that the Denver Nuggets faced didn't have the 3 point shooting that Miami had. So that's why I'm saying they got a more balanced attack, which the Nuggets got a balanced attack too. That's why they got one of the best offenses. They can inside out, in between game, 3 point transition. They got a balanced attack. They ain't just coming in finna just all right. We finna just shoot threes and shoot layups and get to the free throw line. You know what I'm saying? They got different ways. They gonna beat you from the baseline. They gonna beat you from on top of the key. You know what I'm saying? They can beat you in transition in full court. They can beat you in half court. They can beat you getting to the rim. You know, they can beat you getting to the free throw line, which is another thing they did against the Boston Celtics. I just think it's a lot of things that the Heat can carry over from this series to next series, what they can use it to their advantage is what people don't really understand if they didn't watch the Miami Heat series versus Boston Celtics and watch really just the Miami Heat period throughout this playoff run and the Denver Nuggets throughout this playoff run. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the biggest thing that's what been irritating me is saying this series is gonna be boring. It's not gonna be boring. It's gonna be definitely. It's gonna be competitive. Jimmy gonna always make him competitive. He took 2 games off prime LeBron, so with prime Anthony Davis too as well. So it's gonna be interesting to see you. What you said, Nuggets and what
6.
6? Nuggets and 6.
You'll get
And
them too.
before we go, you say you got Nuggets and 6. I got Heat and 7. X factor for both teams in order for you know what I'm saying. X factor for both teams in order for them to win.
Jimmy and Jokic. That's all it's gonna come down to. Is what it's gonna come down to. Who best player is gonna be the best player. Who gonna lead their team when they need their team. It don't matter if they down at the time or up at the time. Who gonna if they down, which best player is gonna make their team come back and go on a 10-0 run. If they up, which player is just gonna put the other team's best player out of their misery and just make sure that they out of the game. I feel like it's definitely because the ball gonna be in their hand. I think the most we've seen. And Jimmy done had the ball in his hands a lot this playoff run with the pick and rolls and everything Jimmy does just because everything all the attention he brings to him, and he a willing passer. But I think it starts and finish with Nikola Jokic and Jimmy Butler, Nicky the Butcher and Jimmy the Butler. Yeah.
I heard that. And I would have to rebuttal with my response and say the Heat X Factor going to be Bam Adebayo, and the Nuggets X Factor going to be between MPJ and Aaron Gordon. I think those two names is somebody, two people that can. Cause Aaron Gordon, he been surprising people, shooting, knocking down the 3-point shot and shit.
Oh, he still ain't been on shit. He just had that one good game against the Lakers that fooled a lot of people.
Who?
Aaron Gordon.
Shit, he was hooping against us too.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, come on.
What?
Defense was some shit.
How?
Aaron Gordon
Yes.
was hooping. Defense was shit. Defense was, come on now, god awful.
How?
Aaron Gordon got to the next series and in the first series and could not score the basketball. But in that series, he was looking like he would like played that way every game. The way he was playing against the Suns, he wasn't doing it one game. That nigga was hooping.
Not every game. Yeah.
Majority of the games he was hooping. You can't say that about any other series he done played so far.
He played 5 games against the Timberwolves, played 4 games against the Lakers, and played 6 games against us, and only had 3 good games against us.
And had one against the Lakers, which was game 4, some bullshit. And had what? I don't remember the Timberwolves series that much. I had to go look, had to do my research. But he not the type of player that just gets off. But I see he is an X factor.
You know what I'm saying? Because if he is hitting that the corner 3,
that shit is crazy. He shouldn't be doing that shit. But I feel like he will be making it.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why if MPJ or Michael Porter, damn, they the same person, or Aaron Gordon, you know what I'm saying, can knock down them corner 3s. I say probably about 2-3 threes a game. That's gonna, you know what I'm saying. I feel like that's gonna be enough to get them over the hump. And Bam, I'm expecting the same thing. Like I said, I need at least 15 to 10. You know what I'm saying? Anything under that, you short balling. You know what I'm saying? You short changing your team. Your teammates, you letting them down. You letting your organization down. You letting your fans down. And most importantly, you letting yourself down. I just seen a video of you at an open run talking about you the baddest motherfucker in here and doing straight guard work. Nigga, do that in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Do that little... No. Matter of fact, stop doing that between the legs and between leg crossover. Just get it straight into your dribble handoffs. Once you get it in that short roll, just pull up. I be tired of dude doing these jab step, side step, jump, mid-range jumpers. That's not Bam. You know what I'm saying? Bam, your game is predicated on you going downhill. You athletic, you strong, you 6'11". You know what I'm saying? You got a quick first step, especially the big man that's gonna be guarding you, where you can just rip through and just explode. You know what I'm saying? If he just needs to take full advantage of his game. You know what I'm saying? Know what he can and can't do. But yeah, Bam, that's my X factor for the Heat, and either Michael Porter Jr. or Aaron Gordon, that's my X factor for the Nuggets.
Can't be mad at it. Won't be surprised if Bruce Brown has some big games too.
I mean, I know he. That's why I ain't even mention him, because him coming off that bench. That's why Tyler Hero will be a good key piece if he can come back. Somebody who can match Bruce Brown off that bench. Because Bruce Brown is capable of giving you 15 plus off the bench, which he been doing throughout this whole playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else who looking to get paid this summer.
You think they'll bring Tyler off the bench if he cleared to play?
Did he start this whole season?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They tell that nigga Max Strus to go get your ass on the bench.
So it'd be Gabe Vincent,
Tyler, what's his name? Caleb, Jimmy, and
Caleb.
Damn. Get that nigga, get Max Strus off the bench.
Yeah. Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, and Caleb Martin off the bench.
No, Caleb Martin gonna start.
No.
Why?
I just told you.
Just tell me it's gonna be right. Nigga Caleb, I'm pretty sure Kevin Love not gonna play.
How come?
He didn't play the last 2 games at all.
That's a close moments.
Once again,
this matchup, but this matchup calls for that.
No, it don't.
Yes, he can hold Aaron Gordon.
Caleb can too. So why the fuck would you play Kevin?
He too small.
Oh, Jimmy. No, Jimmy gonna be on him. Jimmy not too small. Jimmy's not too
Man,
small.
you just went from Jimmy to
I
Caleb.
said Jimmy already. I said he gonna be. I said Jamal.
So who Caleb Martin holding?
Anybody else?
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, that's why I said they are good. They are good people. I'm looking. That's a matchup I'm looking forward to. Cause they basically do the same thing. They basically the same
Them
person.
ain't gonna be small.
Who?
The Heat, not the Nuggets.
Yeah, the Heat always small. They don't got no big lineup.
They don't, but I'm saying Kevin Love been the one starting this whole, except for these last 2 games.
And I feel like this nigga is not gonna play again. There's no need to play him. With no offense to Kevin Love, it's just we got more guys. We got guys we can play, especially if Tyler come back. We damn sure don't need you to start or play. Just be a vet, be a good vet off that. You know what I'm saying, on our bench. They say he was a big reason why they won.
He was making big shots.
Nah, not because of his play, because of what he was doing in shoot around.
Man, it was because of his play too.
I wouldn't say that.
Bro, this nigga one just, I ain't gonna say he was just out here he was the main reason, but he contributed. He played his part. Sometimes your part is just enough. And he ain't have to be out here giving these niggas 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 rebounds, especially in the limited minutes he getting. He was making at least 2 threes. And that's all you really need. Somebody just gonna stretch the floor, who can push it in who can an outlet passer. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's decent.
I think he'll start. I think he'll stick with Caleb. I definitely think he'll stick with Caleb.
We'll see. But anything else you want to say before we head up out of here, man?
Nuggets in 6.
Eating 7, man. And once again, y'all go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, man. We've been doing good. Y'all go ahead and turn the post notifications on so y'all already know. Y'all can get the notification whenever we upload. And this gonna be to y'all before Thursday. And we out.